if you are a gamer, you might be playing all sorts of games. It might be racing games, shooters, or RTS. However, there is one particular game genre that might have grabbed your attention: survival games. These are usually relatively peaceful, allowing you to build your dream home or kingdom, gather some resources, or just wander about. However, one survival game differs profoundly from all the others. It is DayZ. This game started as a simple mod for the Arma 2 game, allowing you to gather weapons, food, and try to survive against all the adversaries of this world, zombies and other players. Although it has been in a lengthy development cycle, encountering stumbles throughout its evolution, after 10 years, its popularity has grown tremendously, making it one of the most popular survival games of its kind. Excluding simulator games, modern gaming is increasingly focusing on ensuring a positive experience for players, facilitating a fun and smooth progression of the character. However, completely losing real progress upon death is something that games strive to avoid. Typically, when you die, you might lose an item, damage your armor, or lose certain special points or buffs. Yet there are aspects that you will always retain, such as your base or player level. This allows for a positive experience while still retaining a sense of achievement and progression whenever the player finally managed to defeat a boss or acquire a certain item for which they were fighting for a long time, without overly punishing the player and forcing them to start over. DayZ flips this concept on its head and makes the death of the character the ultimate reset to the sense of progression, forcing you to start over. In this game, you spawn with a few basic items that allow you to survive a first few hours of the game. By examining the UI on the screen, you can easily make out the essential items that need to be present in your inventory. This is water and food. Although finding these items won't be easy. In a post-apocalyptic world where resources are scarce, you also need to be aware of zombies that pose a constant threat and can easily kill you. Once you secure basic necessities, you can then proceed to search for other essentials, such as better clothing and potentially a weapon. However, in DayZ, adding other players to the game world who share identical problems as you makes things even more interesting. They too struggle for food and better equipment, rendering every encounter unique.
But no, don't worry, I wouldn't shoot you, not unless you attack. You seem chill.
I see you cannot get enough of the bike, can you?
It is crucial to acknowledge that more than half of these encounters might be hostile. This situation puts you in the position to question yourself. Are you prepared for any potential danger you might encounter? Is it worth bringing a knife to a gunfight? Do you have bandages? Do you possess a means to regenerate your health following a fight? In addition to this, DayZ community maps, such as Namask, makes things more difficult by bringing an Arctic cold to the game. This forces the player to think of the way to stay warm, such as looking for warm clothes or making a fireplaces. Although fireplaces are the best solution for this problem, because they also allow you to defrost the frozen food, they make you easily visible to any potential bandits.
Yeah, but you... Oh, look, fire!
I see. Just run there and kill everybody.
Run there?
Yeah, let's go. Say hi to them. Say hi.
Oh shit!
But the fun doesn't end there. Just like in the real world, some enemies are invisible, including various bacteria and viruses, which are also present in DayZ. Are you feeling cold? Yes? Okay, now you have a flu. Did you use this dirty rag to bandage yourself? Apologies, but now you have a terrible blood infection that rots you from the inside. Did you drink this water from the pound? Oops! Stomach bugs! So you better be ready, because you will need meds to fight off those things. So, unfortunately, if you die, the person you can blame is yourself. I know it sounds cliché, but this is the reality. Well, at least in DayZ. It's like real life in a post-apocalyptic settings. It provides you with everything to protect yourself with, including meds, potential weapons, food. It's scarce to find, but if you are looking carefully, you can definitely find it. If you are still watching,
Jesus Christ!
I want to say you are a star. And I would like to ask you to press a like, subscribe and notification button to stay up to date with all the bio news. This will motivate me greatly and make my content visible to other people. Thank you for your help and please stay for the rest of the video. In fact, a study conducted by the Microsoft Research Center for Social Natural User Interface, titled Good Frustration: The Paradox Pleasure of Fearing Death in DayZ, showed that players still liked Permadeath even though they did not enjoy it. Participants described that the prospect of acquiring loot all over again was what made their heart pound in dangerous situations. Even those who did not enjoy it nominated Permadeath as the most characteristic feature of DayZ. Furthermore, surveyed individuals describe that the awareness of the risk in the game resulted in an adrenaline rush. This profound sense of immersion made the game feel more real, drawing them into the game world. They particularly highlighted this feeling when encountering a player who had their weapon drawn. For DayZ players, it's apparent that you don't know the intention of the other players, and they have the capability to end your character, especially if you say something they dislike, or that makes them suspicious of you, potentially causing their harm.
Man,
We just swam the whole way here. Okay, we're not moving. Oh, you got the suit?
Okay.
No, okay, yes.
Okay. Yeah, sorry. You, damn, bro. You go stacked, okay? I'll give you food later.
No, don't shoot him, come on.
No, don't kill him.
Yeah,
The players surveyed in this study also noted a lack of similar experience in other first-person shooters game. The survey also demonstrated that the realistic consequences of death in DayZ, that is, losing everything, makes the fear and adrenaline feel authentic. This adds the highest stake value to any player interaction, making it unpredictable and forcing moral and immoral choices. It also encourages players to explore the consequences of social interactions in a survival situations.
Wiesz co, trochę na uboczu tej wioski.
Aha, no bo tu jest tak, że jest wioska i się przejeżdża tak, nie wiem, może z 100 metrów i jest, to jakby są dwa...
Oh, try harder.
4 domki,
Bro, just fucking.
to nie wiem, w której stronie. Tam gdzie jest ten taki piętrowy, ten dwupiętrowy...
Moreover, any potentially mundane moments, such as searching for loot again or running through the woods, were transformed by excitement of finding interesting items, like guns or better piece of clothing. This made even small situation, if experienced in isolation, extremely thrilling. Players often prize DayZ for its uniqueness, citing specific situations and emotions that contributed to the memorable moments. One player concluded the survey with the following comment: Permadeath makes you care about your character, but it also makes it one of the most tense games once the bullets start flying. Unfortunately, it makes death by bugs, glitches and random players all the more frustrating. This indicates that the immersion in DayZ caused by permadeath and the potential loss of all the items makes the experience more intense and memorable. However, if you die due to some random factors, such as glitches, or due to the lack of attention to the surrounding, then the game becomes frustrating. One player adds, without the knowledge that if you fail, you lose everything, what are you risking by taking actions? What would motivate you to keep playing? This comment highlights that not all the negative emotions and feelings are necessarily unpleasant. The potential link that motivates players to persist or return to DayZ is the adrenaline rush and thrill of potential danger that leads to excitement. This excitement can be further amplified through the excitation transfer effect. a psychological phenomena that describes how emotions and excitement from one situation can be carried over to another. An obvious example is encountering a player with a gun who turns out to be hostile, but still managing to win the fight and acquire all the loot. As one player from the survey describes, the fear of coming across other players is something I always liked about the game. Psychology further explains that people's tendency to expose themselves to danger in small, controllable doses allows them to test their boundaries and learn about risk and confrontation. Finally, some players describe that they willingly played against their survival instinct and the urge to accumulate gear in DayZ. One player says, "You hate to lose gear but love collecting it and are bored when you have it all." This means that in DayZ it is important to weigh your chances, balancing safe gameplay with a willingness to take a risk to generate a memorable experience, and perhaps finally get your hands on an M4. Thank you very much for sticking around and watching this video. I really recommend DayZ to anyone who haven't played this game yet. For now, I wish you all the best, and I hope to see you at the next Bio News.